The first person that we're gonna be coming out to, his name is Dr. James Jackson. He's a real special, a real special person. He's one of the reasons why this event is even taking place. So everybody, put your hands together for Dr.
Thank you very much. Start on time. I don't know if it's going to end on time, this program. But I am so elated that you've come out to a poetry thing. People say, well, you don't like poetry, this and that. The community likes things that can make them understand each other. And poetry is one of them. And we welcome you, and we want you to feel this museum is your museum. This is a people's museum, not a corporate museum. It's us. And we're glad to have you. With that, the program can go on.
Okay, our first poet today will be Kamari Powell. Did I say it? I hope I said it.
White, Kamari White.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kamari White.
Peace. Regardless of what is told of it.
You can repeat after him if you want to. This is the Red, Black, and Green Pledge written by Amy Garvey. And this pledge is just a symbol of African people worldwide getting together and united. So usually when this pledge is said, he'll say the first line and the people repeat back what he said. So you're welcome to repeat if you like.
Regardless of what is told of it.
Regardless of what is told of it.
Here's to the flag of mine.
Here's to the flag of mine.
The red, black, and green.
The red, black, and green.
Hopes in the future bright.
Hope in the future bright.
Africa has seen.
Africa has seen.
Here's to the red of it.
Here's to the red of it.
Great nations shall know of it.
Great nations shall know of it.
In time to come.
In time to come.
Red blood shall flow of it.
Red blood shall flow of it.
Historians shall write of it.
Historians shall write of it.
Great flag of mine.
Great flag of mine.
Here's to the black of it.
Here's to the black of it.
400 millions back of it.
400 million back of it.
Whose destiny depends on it.
Whose destiny depends on it.
The red, black, and green of it.
The red, black, and green of it.
Old flag of mine.
Old flag of mine.
Here's to the green of it.
Here's to the green of it.
Young man shall dream of it.
Young man shall dream of it.
Face shot in shells of it.
Face shot in shells of it.
Waving so high.
Waving so high.
Here's to the whole of it.
Here's to the whole of it.
Colors brought and pole of it.
Colors brought and pole of it.
Peace is my soul of it.
Peace is my soul of it.
Regardless of what is told of it.
Regardless of what is told of it.
Great flag of mine.
Great flag of mine.
Thank you.
That was great. I never heard that before. That's cool. Our next poet name is Anton Wallace. Hope I said your name right. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names.
Hello everybody, how y'all doing today? First I want to thank y'all for everybody being here. I thank y'all for coming out and supporting us. I also want to say that this means so much to us right now because it's like this world is in so much corruptness right now. We're trying to do things to make the world positive, so this is a positive event. Thank you. This is a positive event to help our youth. My piece, well, first of all, my name is Anton Wallace. Some of you formerly know me as Darnell Cooper. My piece is called Ready. I named it that because a lot of us is going through a lot of problems, and we seem to let our problems take us off our feet. But I want y'all to know that y'all can be strong and y'all can grasp hold to things and turn things around and be strong and stand for what you believe in, stand for everything that you mean. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and listen to this. And I'm a little nervous too, so. Dramatized by the lies I've been told.
Take your time.
Dramatized by the lies I've been told. Traumatized by the brutal secrets I hold. This moment of truth shadows my mind. The objective to my motive I can't find. Stormy winds and solid grounds beneath me. One plants me in the soul while the other tries to sweep me. Constantly away. Constantly I sway. Confidently I pray. For someone to compliment me, I say. Tell me that I know the rights from the wrong. I know that the time things can happen in short, so my days will be long. I have the heartbeat of a drum to love every song. And through all of my hardships, I was built to be strong. In this I find peace, a silent relief. Touch is so essential, it's like a vibrant release. Thank you, I say, today you have saved me. Today you have made me a better me that is stress-free. Goodbye tears I weep, goodbye all secrets I keep, goodbye bad selves that made me weak. And even though you're gone, I want you to know the holes you created are still deep. No more weeds, just new and better seeds to make plants with better leaves. Thank you.
I don't know about y'all, but I think that poem right there deserves another. Okay, the next poet, is a friend of mine. His name is Denzel James. Actually, I do music with this guy. He's real good. So put your hands together for Denzel James.
I usually don't do poetry. I usually rap, but it's basically the same thing. So I don't mind if I read it. So. Alright. It's basically like a strong woman, so hope y'all enjoy it. Alright. A strong woman buys her own things. Women that just don't like me because of the fame. Not distant from dedication, just a strong woman. She gotta make it, want to travel the world and see a lot of places. Got a lot of harmony, which is alarming me to perceiving her motivation. She still push on even through the complication. So close to her dreams, she can taste it. A strong woman so powerful, I can't even explain it. She's such an affectionist. Her dreams, she never neglecting it. Something like a specialist at being intelligent. Don't like men that act irrelevant or just trying to hit and quit. She's so cold, the doctor can't heal her sick. Got that strive and drive in the truth for no lies. And when she feeling down, she just looks to the sky. She is so smart, so wise. I can see it in her eyes. Just want to get to her destination. Could have picked the wrong, but she fought through temptation. Finished college, a strong woman, you made it.
Denzel, where's she at? Oh, that was a good poem. Our next poet name is Champagne Smith. Actually, she goes to my school. and she got on her leg, but she's still here. So praise her for that. We'll give it up for Champagne Smith.
Everybody. All right.
Yeah, I think I should get a chair.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 50 seconds. I'm fine. Hi everybody, my name is Champagne Smith. I'm a member at Christ Temple Church and I'm a senior at Muskegon High School. I've been writing poetry for about maybe 10 years. And today this poem is called An Inconvenient Truth. It's about all the things that's going on in the world that nobody wants to address. It's inconvenient because it's not what anybody wants to hear, and it's the truth because that's what it is. Inconveniently we lived, by grace we sustained, truthfully we suffered, strength we obtained, tortured and belittled in a million different ways, try to make us feel good, gave us 28 days. Labeled as an imbecile, an ignorant disgrace, but knowledge is limitless, not restricted due to race. Molested of our thoughts, raped of the mind, still conceiving generations of a hated mankind. All around the world we are called a different name, but by the color wheel they consider us the same. Undiscovered legends, unheard, no connection, protective coating on our lives like a viral infection. Stop the spread of intelligence, get rid of any proof that black man has a relevance. Don't understand our purpose, no explanation for our race. Name drugged through the dirt, slander, character defaced. But through the will of God, we managed to stand strong. So ain't no reason to keep singing the same old sad song. Somebody always got the nerve to try to throw the race card. Is it because I'm black? No, just stop flaunting all our scars. It's okay to address all the hurt and pain we've been through. But okay, now it's time to address a thing called inconvenient truth. I refuse to be another black statistic in society who gives up and settles for negative notoriety. Where's the same drive to want to crave an education? Why does the government give our knowledge limitations? Gave us an ultimatum like we really have a choice, but nobody wants a job to have to speak without a voice. Don't see or hear nobody stretching or speaking out. No entertainment for our guests, leave their minds full of doubt. It makes your mind delirious, you seriously telling me that I am not subject to be more than white man expects of me? Well then I guess I got a point to prove. Stand back and watch I make this unpredictable move. To break all race barriers and build our confidence, it's important to remember race is not a hindrance. Neither is it a mistake, all that we've been through. It's a mistake that we're still called an inconvenient truth.
You got talent. I'm gonna have to teach me something. Teach me how to do poetry. Our next poet, his name is Jaron Love. Actually, I met him at a, what's it?
It's actually pronounced both ways, so you're alright.
I pronounced it wrong?
It's Jaron and
I'm sorry, man. I told you I'm bad with names. But yeah, here, give him a hand. He's good.
How's everyone doing? Now, I usually memorize everything prior to doing anything, but Mickey, prior when he called, he just told me that for this event, he kind of wanted folks to read. So I'm used to memorizing everything, so everyone just bear with me, because I kind of went a little out of my box, which is good, because you know that forces you to adapt. But in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and do this first one. It's called social networking, and I did want to just thank everybody for coming out, because this is a really necessary event for folks in this type of caliber to have an outlet wherein they see folks supporting them for what they're doing, especially the young black children. So I want to thank everybody for that. But in any case, again, this is called social networking, and it kind of deals with how social networking is, and just technology is being used maliciously, you know, disconnecting us from what we need to do. But here it is. I'm in my space facing the book while the birds just twitter. I'm Googling at the fact that we yell Yahoo while we cyberbully, but we never gain vigor. And I'm all hype, right, for poetry night, because I just wrote a new line, but nobody sent me the text message that America is online. I guess I'm old-fashioned. I want to meet people, and that provokes laughter. If success is what I'm after, folks suggest that a rapster such as myself just upload to Napster. And if I'm lucky, I will get plenty of hits when they view pics and like all the videos in my YouTube clips. Because a book is contradicting to what they believe from the news, so they invest in special effects just to get you tubed. I have obtained hard copies of my rap CDs, but in order to be listened to, I need AIFs, WAVs, and MP3s. Publishers want to know if I use my technological joints, so I tell Microsoft, word up, I excel at powering points. OMG, my people are an HELL, I G2G, and save them, I will TTYL. How many more did you, or should I just 2 more? All right. It's all right if I come back, because I was kind of just, all right. I was just expecting to do this one.
Okay.
But thank you, everyone.
Got the paper and everything. He wasn't playing. Our next poet, well, okay. I used to perform at this place called the 411. And I used to go there every Thursday. And I didn't know it was a poetry night. I used to just come in there and do my songs. But, you know, I noticed a couple good poets, and he was one of, his name is Kamasi Mac. Give me him. I know you got a whole bunch of poems. I know you.
How everybody doing? My name is Kamasi Mac, but I go by Abstract Poet. And the first piece I'm gonna do is a dedication to my sons. And I really don't like using microphones, so is it okay if I put the microphone down? Y'all be able to hear me? Okay.
Y'all hear me? Yeah. The title of my poem is To My Sons and the Men They Will Become. I birthed 2 men who bold the wind into speech, carry the first riches brew in their chests, would have it no other way but victory, who have lavish shotguns for grandfathers and hydrogen steel mother electricity in their sound. Men who swallow skies and hearts just the same to reconstruct emotion. They will stretch their bones out to build bridges, knowing that there is never enough of what is needed. Who have learned from watching my mistakes that the stage can be a launch pad disguised with a trap door, but the wings in their back will make it hard for capture. Besides, infinity can never be caught. Men who are the infinity I spent chasing. My boys will be men one day when they realize I am flawed human. Microphones can't project this understanding. Will rather spirit their ways to strangers and learn lessons I cannot teach. Finding good feelings only the world has time for. They will be men who scrape stardust of the halo stuck underneath their fingernails, will grab you by your hand and show you how to fly, telling you they have been writing for as long as they've been thinking. They speak of redecorated forgotten. Men who call me father, look at me with the weight of the ocean, tell me how they are sand and fall through the universe with inspiration. Men who know that a blade of grass is dead meat, so they build with the elements in mind. Tell you that love is air, then ask you how does your breath feel. They will touch you miracle. Men who can find the soften you together, but will never leave you separated. Give you spins because growth will never taste good. Fire in the fight, using purpose as a matchstick. They will know no other way, but the love of making it better. Show you rub noses like dolphins do. Men who will know how to be when the stars find another planet, when the sun decides to divorce the moon, and we all become two-leg cripples. They will dance tomorrow. Men that will protect, even if it means not being popular. But who needs to be popular? When bullets bow to them. Men who hug you a whole poem, not slam you into 3 minutes of your existence, but open mic heart you every chance they get. Men who the height you steal their mother is made from, and cliffhanger ocean their daddy is, will be the reason why sentiment sunbathes in sincerity. This letter is for them, who diamond kiss innocence to the future. Whenever they feel that your hands are not the reason why everything is possible. This is yours when the moment comes like a thief in the night, and her eyes speak of a forever you can't feel. This for my boys who one day will be men who will know that Superman be human too. But Father be more to my sons, to the men you will become. This is for you, Kamasi and Kamari. I'm sorry about this. Okay. And this piece right here is it's a piece I wrote a few years ago. It's called Public Service Announcement. And it's pretty much saying how like black people shouldn't call each other niggas. So I'm gonna say the word nigga a few times, but it's a powerful message behind it. Okay. Public Service Announcement. This is for all the niggas out there. Niggas, stop calling each other niggas. Nigga, a word referred to when the slave master say things such as, where's my nigga? Where you been, nigga? Come here, nigga. That's my nigga. Imagine our ancestors sitting on the train or the bus hearing us when we say, where's my nigga? Where you been, nigga? Come here, nigga. That's my nigga. This is a public service announcement. When you call black people niggas, it's not cool, it's a denouncement. Degrading our race, helping dumb men put us back in our place. We're living in a world where black people face discrimination, segregation, humiliation, and separation between our own people. And I'm standing out looking in through the peephole, and it's real pitiful, shocking, and appalling that we went through so much, but still we go to name calling. But I really do find it funny how when the black person says nigga, then everything is all right. But you be ready to fight if the dude was white. But that ain't right. That's why I'm uncovering the light with these words that I write. Trying to give you some insight, telling you that word is not cool in spite of what black society may think. We need to sit back, realize that we have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. And the man has made a fool of each and every last one of us. So if we want to continue using that word, we might as well start sending the back of the bus. Tell Jackson that there's no more hope and give up our hard-fought right to vote. Let's go back to coming in from the back of the restaurant because niggas wasn't allowed to come in through the front. Let's forget about these freedom speeches and civil rights. Let's go back to separate facilities for blacks and whites. Hold on. I think I left. Okay. I mean, niggas wasn't like, but they were viewed as people. And since we call ourselves niggas, might as well go back to separate but equal. Forget Dr. King's dream and Malcolm X's plan. I'm sure niggas love being bound by the man. Let's go back to, let's forget about these niggas who ride nice cars on these roads. Let's go back to being niggas on that Underground Railroad. If we keep calling ourselves niggas, do you know who we'll be? Back on that plantation, bound in slavery. This word nigga is a disease, and I wonder who can save us. This is something to think about, but I'll holler at y'all niggas later.
audio piece by a revolutionary black poet by the name of Gil Scott Heron. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
One more time for our MC Taquan Knight. And definitely one more time for the poets that have stood up here before me. It is my heart's desire that we all understand the importance of events like this, to where we give our youth an outlet, to where they're not just keeping these poems in a book in their room, feeling no one has a desire to hear their heart. We all gather here to hear these people today. More so important, we want our youth to understand that this isn't the first generation to do poetry. And poetry has ranged from love poems to revolutionary poems. And one revolutionary poet I want to play for you today is Gil Scott Heron. There are a few choice words, but for those of you that know of Gil Scott's message, then you definitely will appreciate it. Bear with me as I prepare the CD.
Brother, you will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on the skag and skip out for bid during commercials, because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Mendel Rivers to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner. The revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on reports from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lights of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he had been saving for just the right occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so goddamn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally screwed Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news, and no pictures of Harry-on women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, or Engelbert Humperdinck. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
Scott Heron. Thank you for listening, for lending an ear. Like I say, I know sometimes with we kind of listen to the words, and we have to understand that poetry is a journey. The author in most poems seeks to take you on a ride throughout that piece. So it's always imperative that, you know, you put your phone on silent, you put your texting down, and you really lend an honest ear to the poet.
because they poured an understanding onto paper that they want to relay. And generally poems come about from a generation of, when you listen to poems, you can tell what was going on in that generation. And it's the same in the music, it's the same in the art. Okay? So, without further ado, I want to bring our MC back, Mr. Taekwon Knight, and he's going to bring up the next few poets.
Okay, our next poet name is Jordan Poindexter. She's a young poet, so would you come and everybody go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jordan Poindexter. I'm from Muskegon, and I'm going to be doing a poem called Touched by an Angel by Maya Angelou. We wanna come to courage, exhilarates to delight. Life coiled up in a shell of loneliness, until love hits its high holy temple and comes to sight and exhilarates life. Love arrives on its train of exhibits, old memories of pleasure, ancient history of pain. Yet we are bold. Love strikes away the chains of fear from our souls. We are weaned from our timidity in the flesh of love's light, yet we are brave, and suddenly we see love is the cost that we will ever be. Yet only love is what sets us free.
Okay, next person I'll be introducing is, well, I'm just gonna say what I gotta say about him. I think that he's a great guy. Like, he don't just talk, just be talking. He creates action behind what he's saying. He's doing anything to help out the youth, and I appreciate it. So, here's Mickey Wallace.
I'm back. Well, so far this afternoon, I've heard pieces of peace. I've heard pieces of hope. Mr. Poindexter just delivered a piece on love. I've heard pieces of struggle, pieces of triumph, pieces of history, and pieces of glimpses of the future. Maybe I'm just going crazy from my seat, but I've heard all of that. If you've heard all of that, give a round of applause. For those of you that have a program, I'm not up here to do a poem, or I'm not going to rap or anything like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, thank you. But even though that's what you know me for, my intent is to be a community advocate for our youth. So many times our youth have ideas and they may not know how to relay those ideas to the proper people in position. So it did my heart a service when Dr. Willie Burrell and Dr. James Jackson brought me to the table and asked me to put on a piece for the youth. And I was like, it was the first time that I've been approached that openly without restraint. Most times when someone asks you to do something like that, they want you to run it a certain way. They have rubrics that they want you to follow to a T, and it can kind of take your own creative energy out of it. But I'm so thankful to them both that they trusted me, that I had the rapport already, that they would see my light and believe in me to bring people together for our youth. So I want you all to please give a round of applause for Dr. Willie Burrell. I also know that, even behind those two, there are always more working. Sometimes, people that don't play the foreground, they're more comfortable behind the scenes. And I know that this museum runs with a board. And I want to thank the board also for allowing this to happen. I don't know all of your names, I don't know who you are, but I just want to say thank you for allowing this to go on. And also for keeping this historical landmark open and running for us. I'm up here today to just give a couple minutes on mentoring. The reason I wanted to speak on mentoring is because everyone that you saw up here, every poem that you've heard, gave a reflection of their life. Sometimes it was from a position of hope, sometimes it was from a position of despair. But most of us that consider ourselves successful adults or nurtured adults, we had someone in our life that played that role of a mentor. Now, you might not have called them mentor, you might have called them grandma, you might have called them mama, you might have called them dad, the list goes on. Brother, sister, niece, neighbor. How many of us got play cousins? Y'all ain't blood related, ain't last name related, but y'all hold each other so tight because y'all grew up like that. Maybe their mother or their father was a parent to you, you know? And that's what a mentor is. A mentor takes a young person under their wing and they give them that hope, they give them that encouragement. That parent may not be around or may be unable to go to a conference or a school play or to show up here this evening to see their child perform. But you may be filling in for someone. That's the importance of a mentor in the lives of our youth. It gives them hope. It helps them to see over those times of despair. They're still going to have some low points, but how many of you were able to get through your low points because you had someone there with you a lot better? I have. Without that person there, those low points that I recall that I felt alone were so much more dreary, so much more solemn, so much more depressing. Those lows turned into a negative. But with that person there in my life, whether it was someone I called a mentor or one of the other names that we rattled off, it helped me to overcome that position. It helped me to overcome that phase of my life. One of my mentors, and I'm going to just put her on blast right now, one of my mentors was my big sister. And she's here right now. If you would, wave your hand for me, baby. Young women can be a better influence in a young male's life than they think. You know, they say it takes a man to raise a man. Yeah, that is true. There is a point to where a man had to come into my life to help me become a better man. But for that season, my sister was that person. She took me under her wing. She watched after me. I followed in her footsteps. Like the house she used to live in, I moved into it when she moved out. The job that she used to have, I think I got the same job. It was like, you know, I looked up to her because I considered she loved me from her heart. And you respect and remember those people. Sometimes it's a teacher that puts you out of class, but don't kick you out of school. How many had teachers? Maybe that I ain't gonna put my head back in my pocket. But that's the power of a mentor, because you recall those events later in life. And I'm sure all of us have a reason for maybe taking someone else under our wing, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or just a child you see. Because we often ride down the street and we see a young male and he has his pants sagging and he's saying, that's just a mess. It could be a lot better if we slow down a bit. You know, but sometimes we're in such a rush. And I'm not pointing the finger. I'm just saying it's time that we step up to the plate consciously to become those mentors. Because subconsciously we're doing the right thing. We're working. We're being advocates in our community. But it's all, sometimes we go through the motions of just having things done. And we miss the youth. Now, we can't save everyone. That's not my philosophy. I just heard it said that way, and I was told it should be said that way. I feel like we can save everyone. If I got 5 kids, why would I give up on one of them? That's the power of a mentor, to make every child feel that they're important. So, in closing, I'm not here to promote the company I work for. I just have some forms in the back that we have a structured mentoring program through. If you would like to entertain the idea of becoming a mentor, or if you would like to learn more about becoming a mentor, we have a structured plan. I am the program coordinator in my position. I will work with you directly. I will train you. I will put you in position to mentor, structured, formally mentor a youth in our community. Okay? The forms are in the back. We're going to go into intermission after I get through speaking. The lovely Abriana Burrell Evans is going to come up and bless us with her voice. On the back of your programs, there is a Lift Every Voice. If she would like to sing that, I would like that too, in addition to whatever else you bring, because you could have the whole rest of the evening once she gets to singing. The art is just there. I mean, we are talented people. So what I'm saying is that if you would like to entertain the idea of being a mentor, there's a sign-up sheet in the back. Before you leave or during intermission, please stop by, sign your name, put a phone number down, I'll contact you. I don't want to put you on the spot today, but I would like to follow up with you if it's your heart's desire. Thank you all for showing up. Look behind you if you're up front. The crowd is growing. Yeah, amen. And this is for you. This is the first of many. So one more time for the Muskegon County Museum of African American History. One more time for Dr. Willie Burrell, Dr. James Jackson, and the board. And one more time for every poet that volunteered their time to come up here. And y'all y'all gonna really be clapping after these gifts get called out. So I stand down to our MC to continue the program. My name is Mickey Wallace. Thank you for listening, and I pray that you have a heart's desire to mentor you. Thank you.
Okay, right now we're gonna be going into intermission, but after that we're gonna bring up Avriana. I'm sorry, your name is real long. I'm sorry, Avriana Burrell Evans. She's singing this. She's doing the song. So yeah. Cool.
We can stretch our legs and stand up to sing this song.
Oh, I want to sing. I'm going to the front.
Okay, we ready? All right. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let every sound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the darkness has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady plea had not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. We have come over a way that the tears have been washed. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughter, out from the gloom am I done?
If you like to step down, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I know you were a little unexpected now. Okay.
We can do something real quick.
All right.
Now we've heard about all the different messages, love, hope, peace, and I just want to bring you a message that God we serve is a great God, and without Him, none of this would go on. None of the poets that are here would be able to get the knowledge, or it wouldn't even come to them unless it's God. And I believe that when you are a poet and you can do those types of things, that is a gift, because everyone can't do that. I know I can't. And so I just want to say I thank God for the gifts that He's put in each and every one of us. So what I need you to do is clap your hands for me. What? Stop. All right. I'm just going to do How Great Is Our God. Hopefully we all know that song, so you guys can help me out a little bit. So I'm going to start to clap, and then y'all just kind of come on in, okay? The splendor of the King, clothed in majesty, let all the earth rejoice, let all the earth rejoice. He wraps Himself in light, and darkness tries to hide, trembles at His voice, trembles at His voice. How great is our God? Say with me, how great is our God? Oh, we'll see how great is our God. Okay. Age to age He stands, and time is in His hands. Beginning and the end, beginning and the end. He's the name above all names, and He's worthy of all praise. And my heart will say, how great is our God. Come on and help me say, how great is our God. Say with me, how great is our God. How great is our God. Come on and help me say, how great, how great. Say with me, yeah. Oh, we'll see, yeah. Is our God. Help me last time, how great, how great. Say with me. Oh, we'll see, yeah. How great is our God. Amen.
Just want to say thank you to Mrs. Evans for
How great